Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this is the first of a number of videos I'm putting out about the April full moon. Hear about the energies and work with them. And this is part one, working with Sun, Moon and Saturn at this time. So important to do the work, to develop the perceptions. We grow that way. So the full moon of April 2026 is April the 2nd here in Ireland, April the 1st EDT. The moon is at 18 Virgo. The sun is at 18 Pisces in the Vedic Sidereal Zodiac. So this is moon at 12 Libra and sun at 12 Aries in the Western Tropical Zodiac. Let's just look at working with the full moon. I strongly recommend you take a pause that day and the days around, ideally to review how things are in your life, connecting with the energies of this time around you and that are affecting you, and that you do the meditation and the self-transformation work. Each of us really does benefit so well from doing this at each lunation. And this meditation or vision work and intention setting is always so good for each of us to do around every full moon, every new moon. So let me now review the really important energies that will be around us and how we might work with these. Okay, let's look first at the sun. So important to know, the sun this time is conjunct Saturn, orb 3 degrees. So that's sun at 13 Vedic Pisces, Saturn at 11 Vedic Pisces. It is so important to be aware regarding the sun that as from the spring equinox on the 21st of March recently, the days have been growing longer than the nights. So the sun is rising steadily in his power. Each of us need to connect to this and use it to help me and you become stronger in your power and in your proper self-expression. Sun is the indicator for core essence of our existence, our core identity, our expression of that. It also states accurately our fathering issues and ancestral issues, power and leadership. So it's really important to see how each of us is doing on sun issues at the time of the growing of the power of the sun. Some people have a very strong chart in this life. Others of us have a very weak sun. And Vedic astrology has excellent tools for assessing and stating how strong your sun is, or any of your planets. And at the time of this period from spring equinox to summer solstice, the sun energies are growing stronger and stronger by the day. So you and I need to connect to this, sense it, become more and more aware of how we are growing alongside the sun at this time. Or of how we might be failing to rise to the opportunity. Are we missing the opportunity? Well, let's, do the work and find that out. So at the time of this full moon, do make the effort to assess how you are doing on your sun, karma and destiny issues now. Are there any behaviour patterns around this issue that you actually need to ditch and get rid of now? Do you need to do a regular spell, for example, to help you persist and stay on the path of growing your true self and your true power and your right direction? Get a reading from me. I can help you in all this. delve deep into whether you're being your true self. Perhaps that was never allowed to you in your life. Were you allowed to be your true self? Were you allowed to know who that was and is? Or were you brought up with false ideas as to yourself? False habitual expression of yourself. So many of us have that karmic destiny. And this is a chance to cure that now, to start working on it. So get a reading from me. And I will include in that question my wonderful, exceptional review of your Vedic astrology combined with your Western astrology. I always combine both. We need both. Basically, I started off with Western astrology, and it didn't particularly state the unusual circumstances of my birth and starting life and the destiny unrolling from that. It wasn't until I turned to Vedic astrology and it declared that in an instant. But I later, for example, found out about asteroid Saturn, and Vedic astrology needed that adding to it. So I'm trying to explain to you, we need both for the fullness. Don't get caught in the partial trap. So get a reading from me, and I'll include the question of, obviously your sun and its karmas and so forth and its state, reviewing both your Vedic and Western astrology and the whole issue. We do need both. So go to my Star Wheel Astrology website and get a reading. And the link is shown below the YouTube screen. Without both Vedic and Western astrology, any statement of our astrology is so partial, and it misses out key assessment points. And it fails to allow us, therefore, to make the fullest right decisions, to manifest our full life purpose in this incarnation, and our growth to be who we incarnated to become. So Vedic astrology, using the Sidereal Zodiac, is essentially a statement of the karmas we ran up in our past lives, the karmas that our higher self selected for us to especially work with this time, our fate and destiny direction in this life, this time. Whereas Western astrology, on the other hand, uses the tropical zodiac and is essentially a statement of our emotionally based self and identity and its unfoldment in our life. Both are needed. Now, the state of our sun, so we're looking at the sun at the time of this full moon, and, the sun has just overtaken its power and its, the length of the day since the spring equinox. And the state of our sun includes issues like our physical stamina, our energy, our immunity, our heart health, our confidence, our ego, our dignity, our willpower, our command, our capacity for self-realization. You see, a weak sun can lead us to low self-esteem, poor sense of self, poor health, strained relationships with father, lack of ambitions, a weakened self-realization and spiritual growth and authenticity. So at the time of this full moon, the energies of the sun, as expressed by Sun at 18 Pisces in Vedic Sidereal Zodiac, are compassionate, intuitive, empathetic, but can be the dreamer, can be lacking in confidence. The dreamer can fail to express the strength and leadership that are needed for sun qualities. But Sun at 18 Pisces is Jupiterian and Neptunian, with all the very big benefits that can come with each of those, but also the risks. Now, the energies of the moon, as expressed by the moon at 18 Virgo in the Vedic Sidereal Zodiac, are analytic, detail-orientated, service-minded, structured, organised, healer-orientated, Mercury-orientated. And so it's about the balance between the two. It's important to realise that when you're doing the work, to identify the energies flowing around you now at the time of this full moon. Obviously, the Vedic energy pervading now is about balancing those two. The Piscean intuition and empath is to be balanced in you with the Virgoan analytical, if not critical, approach. But we also need to include the affairs of our Western astrology, focusing on our emotional self and its unfoldment. And the energies of this full moon, expressed by their position in Western astrology using the tropical zodiac, is about our developing our awareness at this time and sorting out our issues at this time in self-assertion and power, Sun at 12 Aries, balanced with harmony and relating, Moon at 12 Libra, or our avoidance of those issues that needs to be solved, identified and solved at this time. Can each of us do that successfully and truly, or falsely? This will emerge now if we do the work. Okay, but the reason this part 1 post is longer than I sort of expected is because there's a huge twist to this tale, and that is Saturn. Do be aware that there's a most important twist to the tale in that Sun and Moon energies we receive at the time of this full moon are affected by the fact that Saturn is combusted by Sun energies. Sun's at 18 Pisces, Saturn's at 11 Pisces Vedic. It is improving this tremendous clash because Sun is, of course, moving away from Saturn now. The exact conjunction was the 25th of March when both of them were at 10 Vedic Pisces. But still there will be a competing issue between these two giants, which will big time affect each of us as to how we handle our Sun awareness and issues, and how we handle our Saturn awareness and energies at the time of this full moon. This comes to a head now, 2nd of April here in Ireland. So the Sun is about self-fullness and expression. Saturn is about karmic duties, responsibilities, fulfilling our karmas, doing the hard work, and at the end of the day, if we do it all well, achieving golden reaping. Saturn was originally an agricultural deity. Can we do the work well at this time that our karmas demand that we need to do? You see, when Saturn is combust within 15 degrees of the Sun, it means Saturn is burnt by the Sun's intense energies, and it loses its capacity to function normally, creating a complex and challenging relationship between the two that we need to be aware of. And as I describe it, you may notice it's been going on in you already. You see, Saturn's natural ability is to slow down, structure, create patience. But this is scorched by the Sun now. Combustion of Saturn by the Sun can cause instability, disagreements with superiors, for example, a feeling of being undervalued, Saturn Sun. A combust Saturn can make a person temporarily lethargic, wanting to avoid responsibilities at this time. It can lead to feelings of being cut off from others or mental heaviness. The clash of these two in our minds and in our consciousness results in a period where disciplined hard work is required, but with the knowledge that success will be delayed. So let's not either of us fail the test. And do look out for my other posts that I will be filming for YouTube shortly in the run-up to the full moon of April the 2nd here in Ireland. And these cover such crucial to know about and crucial to work about issues such as Neptune conjunct Saturn, Ketu, the south node of the moon, transiting in Magha Nakshatra in Vedic Leo, Pluto square Venus, Chiron conjunct Eris at 1 Vedic Aries, deep in the Pisces Aries Gandanta zone of immateriality and unsupportiveness. Find out if you're affected, find out what it can offer, find out how to work with it. Mercury closing on Mars. Let's not slip into domestic rows now. Uranus conjunct Sedna. Revolution and disaster energies. Jupiter is going direct at last. Jupiter turned direct on March the 10th. Jupiter's now at 21 Vedic Gemini. So at last, thank goodness, Jupiter is again shedding his energies of blessing, sense of purpose, enlargement and connection to the divine. Can we identify how exactly they're working with us, in what's happening to us and what we do and in our life, and further and extend our reception of those wonderful divine Jupiter energies? So you can get a reading from me now. As I said, go to my Star Wheel Astrology website and get one of my wonderful readings. They're so detailed, full of so many insights. And I also cover readings in relationship astrology. And do see my Love Star Dating website. The Love Star Dating website is for those on a spiritual journey who are seeking love. And there's a panel of us astrologers and healers who are there to offer their very, very best to you. I offer readings in child astrology, astrology combined with shamanic journeys for insight and healing, detailed study of the karmas in your life. And incidentally, on my Star Wheel Astrology website, do check out my truly wonderful astrology courses. They are so caring, so totally individual. And they always cover both your Western astrology and your Vedic astrology to give you the deepest deep dive in the study of every planet and asteroid, not only in your astrology, but you also share your analysis on my astrology for each planet and asteroid as well. They are such worthwhile experience, my courses. And just to say, the third website I have is my Druid Forest School website, where I offer the most wonderful Sacred West of Ireland tours, covering ancient sacred sites and utterly beautiful places in the northwest of Ireland here where I live. And it's a wonderful time now to join my Ogham course or Ogham course, the tree alphabet of the ancient Irish Druids, which include wonderful studies of land energy work and how working with tree energies can actually give us wonderful guidance and healing and growth in our personal patterns as well. And then I have a runes course, the wonderful alphabet of the ancient Norse, which offers such powerful insights to us about our issues and how to heal them as well. So do check out those 3 websites that I've mentioned, and certainly please do watch out for the other upcoming videos about the 2nd of April full moon that I'll be doing over the next couple of days. So thank you so much. All blessings to you in your work at this wonderful opportunity time. Thank you.